Hi, do you grow peppers and tomatoes indoors like me? If so, then you know that as the plants start fruiting, aka developing the peppers and tomatoes on their branches, the branches get heavy and can break or collapse the plant. And then your dog comes in and eats all your shit. And then the rats come in and eat all that shit. And then next thing you know, your house is filled with rats and wild dogs and wild cats and all kinds of crazy stuff. So we don't want that to happen. And how we fix that is we're going to put up some trellises. And I've got a trellis right here that I'm putting up on these peppers and tomatoes. And you're going to watch me. Next. It's all about me in this shot. I need my attention.
All right. So what I'm working with today is I have this Bloom Bags stackable staking kit. It's just a fancy word for a trellis. And you can see the little graphic there. So Bloom sells these little bags right here that have these little hooks for this trellis system that they also sell. Products, right? Capitalism. It's great. But I don't have a Bloom bag. All I have is these AC Infinity bags. This one in particular here already has the hoopy things for a staking kit, but my round ones do not. So I'm gonna have to get creative in how I attach these things. And I actually have, this is what the kit looks like. These are the stakes, just these little plastic green thingies. So the plan for the square one at least is to simply thread the things through the deal like that. And we'll do all four sides. And for the round ones, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I could just take a stake and just drive it in there and then just trellis the plant to a single stake. I don't really want to do that because the branches are still going to get heavy because fruit is freaking heavy. And you can see the branches on this guy right here are quite flimsy. And this plant is already, without even setting any fruit, about to topple over. But the good news is, for this guy at least, is that these are hot peppers. So they won't be giant, heavy things like these pepper plants here, which are the big, blocky, typical bell peppers that you find in the grocery store. And the tomatoes, the same deal. These are supposed to be smaller tomatoes. I've never grown this variety before, so I don't know how big or how heavy they're going to get. But I'm going to assume that they're going to grow in clumps. So it could potentially weight down these branches here and cause all kinds of trouble because I don't want the dog running in here getting a snack in the afternoon when the plant collapses.
All right, so I got 4 stakes. So this is one stake. One's already plopped in there like that. I also have these little connector dillies. I don't know what the hell they're called. These side panels, I guess, that can attach to the posts and go around it, make a little nice square. And then also, if I needed to go higher, I've got these pole connector things that the poles can attach to, and I can kind of stack them up vertically if I need to. So let's see what this looks like. 2, 3, need to be perfect here. 4. All right, simple enough, right?
My 4 connectors here, all attached to the top of these posts. I'm not going to go any higher just yet. I'm just going to keep it like this, and then I'm going to take 4 of these sidebar, push this in a little bit, and attach them right below where those things are. Hopefully this actually fits in here because, my God, bag seems really tight. Let's get this guy in here. Can't really see that. Can't see me struggling because I'm struggling. I'm struggling, O'Malley. I'm really struggling. Okay, we got 2. We got 2. So you can see the whole deal. And we got 2 more. So with this branch here, I think I'm going to keep him under. And attach him there. And this guy, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can do it, bro. Attach him there. And the final one should really make it a nice, tight square. Pop, pluck. Click, click. Cool deal. All right, not perfect. Not, but still, you know, looks pretty damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Looks pretty damn comforting. No, accommodating. Yes. Now my little tomato plant can grow up to do big, big things. Okay, now let's do the hard ones. The circle ones. So again, my thinking here, especially for this guy, he's the one that really needs the trellis. So I may just do him first because these other guys over here, the block bells, they tend to do pretty good. I haven't really trellised them before. The fruit does get heavy and the plant will topple over if you're not careful. So I may wait for these guys here, but I don't know. I don't want to wait too late. Maybe I'm going to do this guy for sure, and then we'll come back to the other one. I'm trying to be careful with this dude because he's very, it's hard to come across in the video, but he is very, very flimsy. Like he is just teetering on the brink of falling over. So what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to support him where I think he needs it most. I'm going to top that guy there. I'm going to move this stake over just a little bit so that this guy reaches without really stretching too much. I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. So I got him. So I just moved him from here just over a little bit so that this bar thingy can stretch across like that. Now, if I take, so we'll try to do like a triangulation thing here instead of now, if I were to take this dude, move him over just a little bit, like that, and then do another thing across here from the post way far in the back to this post here. Now I've got that. So I've kind of got this V shape here. And if I can take another one and take him across this way, just as he grows out, now we have like a supportive cage for this guy. It's not perfect, but I think that it'll do. Now, I'm going to do the same for the other two. And I'm just going to speed through that. And then I'm going to call it a day. And we're going to see how this actually works. We may have to guide these as they grow. Or guide the plant as it grows. Because as it pops up through here, it's going to branch out again. So we may have to guide the branches to rest on this stuff. And we'll probably have to put something on the top because I don't have enough room up here to actually fit another level of these things. So I'm going to have to solve that problem eventually, especially for this guy here because he is so dang, it looks like he's going to get tall. Same with my tomato plant. But I'll have to solve that problem when it comes to it. Let's do the final one here and then we'll wrap it up. As you can see, this guy right here is already kind of grown over. It's already kind of popping out the top of this. This is going to be good support for at least another month or so while he starts developing fruit, or before he starts developing fruit. And then again, you know, it's going to grow up. It's going to grow up to be about right here, right at the top of the lights, button right up against them. So I'm going to have to solve that problem. And like I said, I don't have enough. See, you can measure. You can see that on camera. It goes way above. It goes way up here is where it ends. So I don't have enough to actually add a second layer. So I'm gonna have to solve that problem when I come to it. But I do have some string and some twine that I can probably solve when we get to that. But right now, this should be enough. This should be plenty of support for these plants right now. And this is what you got to do. You know, if you grow indoors, you really don't want these things toppling over. So you want to give them as much support as you can.
So there you have it. An imperfect solution to a hard problem to solve if you're an indoor gardener. Because toppled over plants cause all kinds of problems, especially you got animals and they like to eat. They're going to come eat all your shit, maybe get sick, and maybe you got to rush them to the vet. And then, oh my God, what the hell? You're spending $1,000 because you couldn't put up a $3 trellis and solve a problem so that you wouldn't have to take your dog to the vet because he ate a hot pepper and now he's shitting flames or whatever. I'm Aaron. This is Hydro Solo. Thanks for watching. See you next time. It'll come to me as it gets in my face. It gets in my face when I don't want it.